I was scared. I was like, I'm about to get knocked out here. Something, no, for real. Like, there's fights starting. There's people just throwing shit. Like, guys, girls.
Welcome back to another episode of Distracted. We are your hosts, Jag, aka Santos, and
Me, I'm Gugs.
And we got another episode. We're back. Some stuff's been happening in the music world, and we gotta cover it. So we're gonna kick it off with some OVO Fest. The long-awaited OVO Fest is coming back. Some of the highest-grossing hip-hop tours of all time, followed by some of the greatest shows. Maybe not great shows, like it depends where that conversation goes in that time, but some of the greatest shows that we've been to. And I got a couple. I got a doozy for y'all. And then of course we're gonna end it with some game time, baby. So we're gonna stick to our usual 5 minutes. And here we go.
So, man, Drake hasn't done OVO Fest since 2022. It's been a while.
That's a while. I thought it was done. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was done a while ago. Clearly, he's bringing it back from the dead. What a year to bring it back, though.
Well, look at the last one he did. Do you remember who was there? So 2 nights. One night was like Canada. Nelly Furtado, Cardinal Official.
That's where she got her big start again.
Yeah, Sean Desmond. Yeah. And then night 2, he had Young Money return. So he had Nicki, Wayne, and then he had special guests. He had CB and Lil Baby. But I don't know. It didn't sound that inspiring to me. Maybe the Young Money reunion is kind of cool, but
Okay, so you know what? It's perfect that you kicked it off with who's been on the last ones, because I was wondering, after everything that's happened, who do you bring? Like, you know what I mean? Who's left to bring to the OVO Fest? He's done the whole Canada thing, What is he gonna bring? Like AP Delo or somebody, like some brown guys now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's done the whole Canada thing.
I think that's why it's good that he had the break, because to try to bring new guests every year just gets
okay. But so that's great if your new guests are like, if you still have friends in the industry. You know what I mean? As Drake said it best, no friends in the industry. So who do you bring? Like, are you gonna bring 21? Well, you guys just did a tour together. Okay, so like,
I think 21's a must.
I know, but
it's like the sure thing.
It just makes you think, like, who else you got, man? Like, you got, like, you know what I mean? Like, Cole? Well, Cole's done it.
Cole's probably nice enough that they could make up, and he'll probably want to do it.
Young Thug?
I think Young Thug would be huge if he gets Thug. Yeah. I think Central C will probably be there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Central.
Yeah,
he just performed Nokia at his concert too. So clearly they're down.
Yeah, because they kind of had like a friendship for a while now. It seems like. I think he could also bring like female acts. He could probably bring Sexy Red out.
I hope he doesn't. Maybe if he does, not like a whole.
I mean, like, it's not like they do entire long sets, but if she does,
but just like
ski
giving her own thing, like
some of it, they're only gonna do like 2-3 songs, right? Just do some turn songs. Probably do some songs that like was that one that they have together? There was a one that Rich Baby Daddy.
He also did that one right after the disc from Metro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so they could do like those two. She'll do Ski or something like that. Like that'd be pretty lit. I wonder if like maybe Lotto, something like that, because he did a song with her too, right?
It'd be sick if you brought out what's her name, Glorilla.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
I don't know what their relationship's like, but
that would be a pretty cool one though, I think.
You know what like, we're trying to think of who can you bring out based on friendship wise, because who's left to be friends with.
Yeah.
But what if he brought an old friend?
Oh man!
What if he brings out Future? Wouldn't that be like the time and place to like dead it? And
you got Future. Do you got Metro with them? Do you think they all cool it out?
So.
You know, could you imagine if you brought out Kendrick and that was like the official?
No, okay, there's not gonna be Kendrick.
You know what I mean?
Let's not.
You know, that'd be amazing though. But yeah, no, if because you know he was the most hurt from Future dissing him, so I mean, that could be a possibility.
But if he brought out Future, like how would the perception change? All of a sudden, him, the South, everybody that's affiliated with Future, they're all friends again. Everybody's cool. Is everything just swept under the rug now? Do we just move on and it's basically Kendrick versus everybody?
I think at that point, you know, Young Thug would be the middleman. He'd make sure everything stays cool. You know, rap would go back to sort of what it was. Everything would sort of calm down. But I mean, it'd be pretty crazy if he brought out Future. You know what would be crazy? If Tory Lanez gets released and he brings out Tory, and that's Tory's first appearance.
Yeah, that would be lit.
Because you know what?
I don't know if Tory Lanez will be out by then. He could maybe he could phone in.
Oh god, he's used to that. But you know what?
Over the phone.
OVO Fest is good. Our 5 minutes is up. You know, you've been to the OVO Fest, and last question: do you think you would go again?
Maybe. I don't know.
Are you a one and done, or is it you could see yourself going to OVO
I was
Fest?
happy with the one I went to. It was cool. Like the concept of like surprise people coming out is cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be hit or miss. If I went the last one, the 2022 one,
yeah,
I probably wouldn't have been as happy as the one I did see.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe like if stars align, maybe I happen to be there. Cool. I don't know if I'd really go out of my way at this point.
True.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a pretty crazy lineup to go out of our way, especially with these ticket prices for flights and whatnot. So OVO Fest, cool. You know, really eager to see who he brings out. But our next topic, sticking to tours and festivals, there was a recent list that just got released. Highest grossing hip hop tours of all time. That's a big number, man. Do you got the list on you?
I don't have the list on me, no.
I had it on my phone, but now I'm recording with my phone. We can quickly pull it up. You think you could just...
Yeah, don't worry. I'll pull it up.
All right, cool. So, I think the list was a little bit longer than 10, but maybe we'll just cover the first 10. We'll drop the first 10. I think that's maybe the ones that make the most sense. There were some pretty interesting tours on there. And there were also some celebrities that were pretty dominant.
So, Chad, I'll go in reverse, I guess, okay. Right?
So I'm going to hit the 5, and let's go.
Yeah, sure. So starting back from number 10. Well, it's taking a lot. So the list I have, anyways, shows Jay-Z, Kanye West, Watch the Throne.
Okay.
And then number 9, Drake and Future, Summer 16. Number 8, Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday. Number 7, 50 Cent, Final Lap Tour. Number 6, Drake and Migos in 2018. Number 5, Kendrick, Big Steppers Tour. Number 4, Kendrick and SZA, the tour they're on right now, Grand National Tour.
That's not even done.
Yeah. Number 3, Travis Scott, Circus Maximus Tour. Number 2, Jay-Z and Beyonce, On the Run. And number 1, Drake, It's All a Blur.
Wow. Drake's on there a few times. Kendrick's on there a few times. That's wow.
Yeah, so Kendrick was on there twice already. Like once, currently, Drake was on there 3 times. Jay-Z was on there 2 times. Once with Beyonce, once with Kanye West.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of these people, they all have somebody. Not really anybody's just solo headlining, right? Yeah.
I think that's very hard to do.
Yeah. Was there anybody that surprised you that was on there or that was not on there?
No, I feel like a lot of these guys have been dominant. You know, Travis Scott. I thought Astroworld would be a bit higher because that was a massive tour. I'm surprised that's not in the top 10.
I'm surprised that Circus Maximus is number 3.
Well, that's what I mean, right?
Like he's supposed to be canceled.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's when he's done.
Yeah.
And Astroworld was.
Imagine if he wasn't canceled.
Yeah.
What kind of numbers is he doing?
Shit, I'm
That's
surprised.
wild.
That is wild. Drake in there 3 times, Kendrick in there twice, and then by default, SZA gets thrown in there because she has her name. So I mean, technically, 21 should be, because he was co-headliner of it was all
Yeah.
so he should get that accolade as well.
Well, of course, they're just gonna give it to Drake, but technically, J. Cole was a part of it. There's a few different people, right? Because 21 couldn't go to every single stop, and J. Cole wasn't at every single. I guess because Drake was at every stop, they just gave it to him.
Yeah.
So that's what I would, what I imagine. But that was another one was like Nicki was the only female rapper to make the top 10.
But so okay. So I think the difference between that is, though, Nicki was the only big rapper then. Will she still hold on to it now? I don't know. But now there's a lot more rappers,
Well, yeah,
other than Cardi.
But it's not like anybody on this list was like everybody here is from the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, but
like every single one.
The rise of female rappers is sort of now. With Glorilla, Sexy Red, all these, a couple of them. Like, and even them though, like Glorilla and all these guys, they're good, but I don't know if they could pull off numbers to be in a top 10 list. Because even the figures, do you have the figures for like the number one, let's just say?
1 second.
I think it was like 300 and...
Yeah, so 320 million
320
for Drake
million for a tour. Like, that's outrageous, man. And I think the last tour, or the number 10 spot is what?
It's in the range of 75 million.
70, like think of that, 75 to 320 mil, like for a tour. I don't see any other female rappers getting close anytime soon, to be honest. Even Nicki, I think the only reason is just because of the power of Drake and Cash Money and Young Money and all that. Like,
another thing to think about though, like Kendrick has a lot of shows left. He has.
He'll probably take over.
He has about like 39 shows in total. So if he keeps averaging what he's averaging, which is, let's say he makes even less, if it's 10 mil a show, then he's making 390 mil. But he's on pace to do anywhere from like 300 to 370. He's probably gonna come close, if not break.
I think one of his shows recently just broke the record. He made like 14.5.
Yeah, he did. It was the highest grossing hip hop.
These numbers are outrageous, ever. Man. Like
Kendrick's
one show,
breaking everything. He's gonna break this too.
14 mil payout, like dog, like you know what I mean. You're clearing house.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's what I mean. Like
Kendrick's taking everything.
Yeah. So but except for the AMA awards, he didn't get the best male rap artist. Eminem did.
Oh really?
Yeah, Kai Cenat was pretty choked about that, but that's another story, or that's a story of another day. That takes us to our 5. Any closing? That cheesy ringtone. Any closing remarks?
No, not about the tours.
Not about the tours.
It leads into our next topic, though.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about tours and concerts,
here's go.
5. What is the greatest? Actually, let's start with what is some of the best shows you've ever been a part of, seen, witnessed live?
So, I think this one will catch you off guard. But my best experience, and this I think is a little bit biased, but my best experience for the show was Astroworld, Travis Scott at the Forum in Inglewood. By far, like hands down, the most hype crowd I've ever seen. They had drinks outside of the Forum, like while you're waiting in line to get in, you can have drinks. You're chilling. They had like DJs playing. Like the vibe was completely different than what we've been to out here. So I think that what had a lot to do with it. Plus ticket prices were insanely good. Like I got like front row for like half of what I would pay for a back row ticket out here. So the experience was nuts. And that's when Astroworld, like Travis was at his hype. You know what I mean? Like Travis could do no wrong. He was just, loving life.
Yeah.
So same thing goes for you at that point. Then what's the greatest that you've ever witnessed?
Oh man. I don't know. It's so hard to differentiate. Like there's so many. For me, what I started thinking about was, it's kind of like where you were in that moment, like what kind of made it special. Like I could say OVO Fest, but then it was more so just like the surprises and popping up, like who's gonna be there, that whole thing. Like that experience of it was cool. But I mean, in terms of just sitting there and watching the show, I've enjoyed other shows more live. I really enjoyed the Watch the Throne tour.
Oh, you're lucky, man. That's my one regret in life.
Because I really love that album. And then seeing Kanye and Jay perform some of their greatest solo hits too, which that was really cool.
That's when they were doing the in Paris, like
yeah.
The most,
I think that's what I was gonna say. So seeing them do that at the like the song's peak,
oh man,
and performing it 11 times in a row, and then you just feel like, oh shit, like we're part of history. Like they've never done it this many times. Just like that played a big part of it.
Yeah.
So I could say that. Man, another random one I'd say, which was just like a small little intimate concert venue. It was when I first saw MGK, like way back. What? Yeah, when he dropped like his debut album.
I did not expect that, man.
It was just such like, I'll never forget that experience because, man, he's just like, that rock star energy, like white boy crazy.
Yeah.
But damn, this shit, I've never seen a crowd like that ever in my life. I was scared. I was like, I'm about to get knocked out here. No, for real. Like, there's fights starting. There's people just throwing shit. Like, guys, girls. There's a mosh pit. Guys were like, it was wild, man.
I was not expecting that. This guy caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie.
I wanted to throw something out there left field.
Yeah, that was.
But before our time's up, I do want to ask you, what is the greatest show you never went to and you wish you would have went to?
So right off the bat, I Watch the Throne. Biggest regret ever. I wish I would have went to it. I saw everybody's snaps back then because Snap was the only thing back then really. And just like the clips of like again and just like the lights going crazy. The production was insane. Kanye was still on his I'm not messed up in the head right now tip. He was still doing his thing. It was like, oh man, like I still tell this guy like that's the one regret because I haven't heard one bad thing about that concert. Till date, everybody has had the best of the best things to say. One other thing, actually, sideways, I regret never going to a summer jam in Seattle.
Remember I went to one, yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, man. Biggest regret ever.
You see, like, a crazy lineup. I saw, like, who did I see? Like, T.I., Trey Songz.
At the peak.
J. Cole, Wale.
Like, that.
So many people, man. Yeah.
That was my biggest regret, never going to a summer jam. And even if it was to happen now, I don't think I'd be excited because I feel like...
That's the thing. That's why it's hard for me to think of...
When it was in its prime, What about you? What's the one that you've missed?
Man, I would go old school. Like when I see videos and just thinking, man, imagine what it'd be like to be at the House of Blues when Tupac performed.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
If you could see like Ambitions Is a Ride to Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah, that's like, a whole nother beast, man.
Two of America's Most Wanted. How crazy
that's the thing.
Would that be?
Like you can keep going back because like Pac,
when he did Troublesome, like it was just the energy was nuts.
Well, if you look back then, at that point, I would have loved to see Michael Jackson live.
Yeah.
MJ and well, that takes us to the end of that segment. But just quickly wrapping up because I mean, shit, that just got my memory jogging. Like MJ would have been insane to see live. Pac, Biggie, fucking. You name it, man. Like, there's so many artists back then that would have been so dope to see.
Specific shows, though, yeah. Like, I would... Like, the House of Blues, man.
Oh, yeah.
That one, yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy, man. You know what? I feel like we were lucky in the sense... To wrap it up, we were lucky in the sense we got to experience some music, but we were still a little too young to experience it live and actually be a part of that movement in that time. But I'm thankful I was around to actually hear that shit for the first time as it dropped. When these artists were still alive, like, it was just insane to me, man.
That actually makes me think of a random question. What was the first concert you ever went to?
My first concert.
I know mine. I just remembered it right now, actually.
I don't remember. Because I feel like I was in the mixture of sort of listening to brown music and, the rap scene. It might have been a brown... like a Miss Pooja or something ridiculous like that. Back in those days. Or like Diljit and Abbotsford or something like that. It wasn't like...
The first one I ever went to was Lil Wayne T-Pain.
Oh, shit.
I just remember like Lil Wayne when he performed Fireman, he had like a flamethrower. I was like, this shit is
Where was that? Out here?
Yeah, it was at Rogers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
Nuts. But you know what? That wraps up that moment. We are just gonna pull up something here. Here we go. Okay, so it's game time, baby. And sticking to the theme of rap and hip hop and whatnot. I got a game that we've played once before, and it's sort of like finish the lyric, but it's not really. Like, you just got to guess the correct word in the lyric.
Okay.
Right? So we're gonna kick it off. I'm gonna bring out my other voice here. All right.
The game show voice?
The game show voice. All right. Coming to you now is Finish the Lyric. Question 1. In Pony by Genuine, the line is, he's just a bachelor looking for A, a lady, B, a saddle, C, a partner, D, a bachelorette.
I would sing it, but my singing voice is terrible.
Hey,
so
I've been there, done that, karaoke
C,
time.
partner.
Yes, you are correct. Ding, ding. All right, in question 2. In Juicy, what magazine did Notorious B.I.G. used to read? A, The Source. B, Word Up. C, Ebony. And D, Vibe.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Oh, snap. Here we go. Yeah. 2 for 2.
Limousines.
Yeah, see, he's got a little bit of a singing voice. Man's is just,
I was not singing.
Man's is not living up to his hype.
I was
He's got
reciting lyrics.
Yeah, he's got it. He's a little scared. All right, and C, or question 3. In Smack That by Akon and Eminem, how should they kick it? A, like Tybo. B, like a punter. C, like friends. And D, like lovers.
We can kick it like Tybo.
And he's correct.
Yes.
3 for 3. My man could not be stumped today.
I had to recite it in my head.
Oh, we got it. We got the clip of you singing it. Little karaoke time for y'all. But yeah, man, I'm yet to stump this man. This is the second time we played this, and he's just too damn good. But that wraps that segment up. Again, we're at the end of the show. We appreciate you watching, listening. Subscribe, comment. You know what's actually a good thing to ask? Comment what your favorite concert was. Comment which concert you wish you could have attended. And what's the worst concert or festival you've ever been to? Like, ever. Could be any genre, could be anything. We would love to hear from it, or from you.
Yeah, we'd love to see best concert, best show you've ever seen. Comment down below.
Yeah. But I think on that note, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Peace.